Well, here we are for the fourth and final week of the NCVC Segment Challenge. After the punch, sprint, and grind segments, I'm in a pretty good spot to defend last year's title, and not just because I take this more seriously than anyone else on the team. The final segment is a time trial, but in his deviousness, Tom Maggio and the esteemed Council of Segment Creators picked not your typical time trial segment. This is a TT down on the popular and unpaved C&O Towpath. I'll give you a little more on the segment in just a second, but because this is a longer segment, about 30 minutes, I was going to try something new for this one, as I've been trying different stuff for each video I've been making. For this one, I thought I would speed up some of the portions. I don't actually know
how well that's going to look, so let me know if I end up sounding like the Micro Machines guy and talking just way too fast at 5 times speed, and oh, hang on, I think it's happening right now.
Okay, let's try that again. So this segment for this time trial is down on the popular C&O Towpath. It is all unpaved, and this one actually has a couple construction detours in it. The segment itself is about 10.5 miles from Fletcher's Cove out to almost Great Falls, and the KOM I'm looking to beat is around 29.5 minutes. How to go fast? Well, here's the bike. Just kidding. That's Paul Petrie's. He smashed a 30-mile segment on the C&O 2 years ago to prep for gravel grinder Nats. Lucky for me, I don't have to worry about that KOM. The towpath has a construction detour right now, which has to work in my favor. I'm sure it will, right? As for using a road bike, I'm with Paul on this one. You've heard the adage, all bikes are gravel bikes, and I'm a believer. Doesn't mean all bikes are comfortable gravel bikes, but this'll work. Also, the towpath is hardly gnarly gravel. The towpath runs along the C&O Canal, aka the Grand Old Ditch, that connects DC to that garden spot, Cumberland, Maryland. Cyclists around here tend to refer to the towpath as gravel, probably for the stoke and all, but it's hardpack clay and stone, and pre-pandemic I commuted on a stretch of it on my road bike most days. So, why not? About 10 minutes in, it was kind of a good reminder as to why some people really don't like using road bikes on the towpath. It is hardpack clay and dirt, but as you can see, there's a lot of little muddy stretches. There are some twists and turns, and there are a lot of just random rocks that help make up the path itself. And the NV45 wheels I had on didn't love all of that, and neither did all of the clay that's going to be caked to my bike when this is done. But, punishment aside, it was pretty effective and efficient to be on a road bike for this stretch, and I have done something like this before during the early days of COVID. We did a segment challenge with the morning ride group that I ride with, the local Northern Virginia guys, and one of the final segments was a similar 10 or 11 mile towpath segment. We started it after Great Falls, but similarly I used a road bike then. I actually put on clip-on aero bars for that. Did not do that this time, but it was pretty effective to be on a road bike for this because, I mean, it's not comfortable, but you're moving quickly, and that counts for a lot. Here we come up on the construction detour. It is not that bad, but as you can see, it really slowed me down. It's heavy mulch. We've had a lot of rain in previous days, and it's pretty shaded, so it wasn't really very dried out. And at this point, I went from averaging, coming into the detour, I was averaging 23.5 miles an hour for the first 20 minutes, and this portion of climbing and just being stuck in the muck Really, everything was under 10 miles an hour. But it's pretty short. I'm not sure how long this section actually is. Had a few steep climbs. A couple spots, like right here at the top, I almost got eaten up by a little bog. Then you're rolling along the side of MacArthur for maybe a mile. I really had to speed up just to try to get through, put some power down so I didn't get eaten up. It reminded me of a Bike Kinetic Cross in 2021. Yep, that was the one where it was just nothing but mud pits everywhere. So here we're going to come up on what I thought was the end of the construction detour, but I quickly realized I had a problem. Here I have a 10.5 mile segment, and it's pretty clear from the beeping on my Wahoo that I had gone slightly off course, because this was the construction detour return, but the route itself was supposed to bring me back down just past that fence up there. So at this point, I'm just going to keep powering along and hoping and praying. That's where I was supposed to come back in. Hoping and praying that it was close enough to the route that Strava was going to pick it up. But once I saw where the bridge actually was, it seemed like it was probably well too far. But nothing I could do at that point except for hope for the best and then throw myself upon the mercy of Tom Maggio and team. Still feeling pretty good at this point. This is not threshold for me, or I mean it is threshold, but it's below my FTP. But for being on gravel and for being about 30 minutes on Friday afternoon, I was feeling really good about being able to sit with normalized power around 290. Here, they did not appreciate. I did slow down, I did go around. They did not appreciate, though, that I was coming through the towpath that fast. Did have to be really careful in numerous places. Trying to be, not the worst steward of the cycling community out on the towpath. I actually don't know where this ends because I didn't really pay attention to the segment. As I finish here in 10 seconds, I'm going to keep pedaling hard because I don't actually realize where I am. And that is it, right there, randomly. Not sure why it was 10 feet before that bridge, but that's where it was. I don't know it. I'm still going. Keep pedaling hard for maybe another 20 seconds here, but that was the segment. 28:29 was my time, which was well better than I was hoping for. And I did grovel before the council, and the punishment was a 30-second penalty for going off course, which I was more than happy to absorb.